know you are ready when you're facing this way. Your voices are up and your eyes are on me. And again. And again. Turn around. As easily as I clipped you up, I can also make it. Brandon Smith, come sit down, please. Brandon.
I'm going to give you mine now.
Anakin, we're all done, please. So we, friends, have been learning lots and lots about maps and about our environment. So on this chart, remember we talked about physical and human features, right? So physical features was what, friends? Right, physical was a place not added by people. So things like hills and rivers and trees. What else, Leo? Right, it's something that's not made by humans. And then human features. Oh, I'll wait. I'll wait. Thank you. Out from under there, please. Human features was a place where people actually changed the land, right, Kaden? So like farms, people changed the land so that they could grow things. Houses, right? Roads. Buildings, yeah, those are all things that people change to change the land. Friends, raise your hands. And again, you have friends who are asking you to stop. They're trying really hard to listen, okay? Right, girls? Marley, this way.
Wait, you're not a girl, Leo.
So our standard was individuals have rights and responsibilities. Although physical things are great, we also need roads, right? So we can drive. We also need houses so we can live in. And then although human features are great, like houses and roads and stores and buildings, sometimes too much can actually hurt the environment. Okay? Sometimes having too many houses, too many buildings can actually hurt our environment. Why do you think that is, friends? Why do you think having too many buildings, having too many roads and things like that might hurt the environment? Might hurt outside. Turn and talk to a partner. Why do you think so?
I think because the world doesn't have so many spaces, it hurts the world.
Yeah, what do you guys think? And again, do you know? Why do you think having too many of these buildings?
To get in.
Huh?
I know that the world like squished together sometimes, like houses are squished together sometimes.
Oh, okay. But how does having too many houses like that might hurt the world? Sorry, I'm
Because it might be too heavy for the world.
It might be too heavy. Okay. What do you think?
Okay, I don't know. Oh my god.
Did you answer the question? Why is too many houses, too many buildings hurt the environment?
Can you stop it?
Why do you think it hurt the environment?
Can you stop talking? Can you stop?
Let's come back together in 3, 2, 1. Eyes on me, voices off. Brandon, sit in your square, please. Anakin, let him go. Marley, conversations are all done. Sorry. So how can adding too many? Oh wait.
Anakin, can you please stop?
Anakin, can you come sit over here in front of Josiah, please?
Can you please stop?
Marley, can you come sit by JD? Thank you. Brandon, I need you to sit up, bud. Sit please so I can see friends. How can too many houses, too many buildings, too many roads. The human features hurt the environment. How can that hurt the environment? Alondra, what do you think?
Because again, he just spit it.
Go sit in Caden's desk.
He just spit.
Go sit in Caden's desk. Goodbye. Go sit in Caden's desk, please.
In Caden's desk. And Caden's chair, not his desk.
Okay.
How will I sit in your desk?
Yes, Alondra. You had your hand up.
Because the ground can probably break.
The ground could probably break. Juliana, what do you think?
That's my desk.
How?
Stop too much stuff in the city and they wanted to
I can't hear Juliana. Marley and Caden.
It's gonna hurt because they're gonna if it do too much it might hurt somebody and they wanna break stuff to build new things.
JD, what do you think?
What happens if there's too many houses?
Okay. Well, today we're going to find out the answer to our question. We are going to read the Great Kapok Tree. This is a type of kapok tree. Okay? Kapok tree is a type of tree. Okay. It's called the Great Kapok Tree by Lynn Cherry. In this book, we're going to learn about how this tree is so important. Okay? How is this tree so important? The Great Kapok Tree. Two men walked into the rainforest. Moments before, the forest had been alive with sounds of squawking birds and howling monkeys. Now all was quiet as the creatures watched the two men and wondered why they had come. The larger man stopped and pointed to a great kapok tree. Then he left.
I have
I wonder why the two men went to the tree. The smaller man took the axe he carried and struck the trunk of the tree. Whack, whack, whack. The sound of the blows rang through the forest. The wood of the tree was very hard. Chop, chop, chop. The man wiped off the sweat that ran down his face and neck. Whack, chop, whack.
this what?
So like whack. Using the axe to whack the tree. He's cutting it.
Why? Because he didn't like it.
We'll find out. Juliana, what do you?
Because there's a snake.
You have this book?
Because there's a bunch of animals on it.
Let's find out. Let's keep reading. Soon the man grew tired. He sat down to rest at the foot of the great kapok tree. So he's resting right here. Before he knew it, the heat and the hum of the forest had lulled him to sleep. A boa constructor lived in the kapok tree. He slithered down into trunk to where the man was sleeping. He looked at the gash the axe had made in the tree. Then the huge snake slid very close to the man and hissed in his ear. Senor, this tree is a tree of miracles. It is my home where generations of my ancestors have lived. Do not chop it down. So what's the snake saying to him? What's the snake saying to him? Gabby?
Do not chop it down.
Do not chop it down. Jaden, on your bottoms, bud.
Chop it. What was the green thing on the tree in
The green. This one?
Yeah.
I think it's a lizard. A bee buzzed in the sleeping man's ear. Senor, my hive is in this kapok tree, and I fly from tree to tree and flower to flower collecting pollen. In this way, I pollinate the trees and flowers throughout the rainforest. You see, all living things depend on one another. What does that mean? All living things depend on one another. Try to talk to your partner. What do you think that means? All living What do you think that means?
Do you want me to go first?
All living things depend on each other. Like they need each other.
Her partner's over there, so she might
How
have
do you think they need each other? JD over here.
No, I think they need each other. Yes. And maybe the snake her sister is dying. No, I think that. We don't know.
What do you think? The bee came and talked to me.
I know. So, Maggie trying to. What do you think?
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's come back together. Turn your bodies around.
Turn it. I think it's a fiction book because animals cannot talk.
Right, it is a fiction book. Zion, turn around. So what do you think it means? All living things depend on one another. It means that all living things need each other. So why did the bee say that to the man? Why did the bee say that to the man?
Did you know there's spider webs under there?
Why do you think the bee said that to the man? Leo, what do you think?
I think he said that to the man because they really don't want him to chop it down. Because the bees, they'll have to build a new hive. And then snakes, they'll have to find a whole new set.
And did you hear what the bee said? He said, I pollinate the land. So when bees go to a flower, they bring the pollen and they share that all around, and that's how plants grow in different areas. Okay? It is right here.
I can't see it.
See the bee?
We have the same.
Okay, let's keep going.
You also have this.
Is it on this? There's a troop of monkeys scampered down from the canopy of the kapok tree. They chattered to the sleeping man, Senor, we have seen the ways of man. You chop down one tree, then come back for another and another. The roots of these great trees will wither and die, and there will be nothing left to hold the earth in place. When the heavy rains come, the soil will wash away, and the forest will become a desert. So the monkeys are saying, we know what you guys do. You chop down one tree, and then you chop down another, and soon there will be no more.
I can't see.
Friends, crisscross applesauce on your square, please.
And also that it doesn't hold the land. And trees also help us breathe.
A toucan, a macaw, and a cock of the rock flew down from the canopy. Senor, squawked the toucan, you must not cut down this tree. We have flown over the rainforest and seen what happens once you begin to chop down the trees. Many people settle on the land. They set fires to clear the underbrush, and soon the forest disappears. Where once there was life and beauty, only black and smoldering ruins remain.
What is the will he have a
It's probably a cock of the rock.
coin? But we saw that. And then
They get married or engaged and then
So friends, these birds are saying to him, once you guys cut down all these trees, people are going to come build houses and live on these lands where the animals and the trees used to grow. Okay? Why would that be a problem for these birds, for these animals?
Because then they're not gonna know where to live, and they're gonna take a while a lot time to build this.
Right, they lose their homes, right? These animals and these plants do. Let's keep going. A bright and small tree frog crawled along the edge of a leaf. In a squeaky voice, he piped into the man's ear. Senor, you see him right here? A ruined rainforest means ruined lives. Many ruined lives. You will leave many of us homeless if you chop down this great K-pop tree. Emery, on the floor. Marley, push in that chair, please.
Okay, so my ankle hurts. And can always put it that chair. My ankle hurts.
Friends, I will wait. Please sit on your bottoms. Okay. A jaguar had been sleeping along a branch in the middle of the tree.
Wait, what is that?
Because his spotted coat blended in the dappled light and shadows of the understory, no one had noticed him. Now he leapt down and padded silently over to the sleeping man. He growled in his ear. Senor, the K-pop tree is home to many birds and animals. If you cut it down, where will I find life?
Well, how did he fall asleep?
The man? It was hot, remember? He was tired. So what's wrong with this? What's wrong with the jaguar? What's his problem if the tree gets cut down?
He won't
Allison?
eat anything. He can't eat anything. And then there were the other animals they're not going to have homes.
Right. So if they cut down the trees, all the animals that live in the tree run away or go away, this jaguar is not going to have any animals to eat, right?
Animals to eat?
Next page. Porcupines swung down from the branch to branch and whispered to the man, Senor, do you know what animals and humans need in order to live?
Senor,
Yeah. Do you know where people need
Oxygen. Juliana.
what is that thing?
And Senor, do you know what trees produce? Oxygen. If you cut down the forest, you will destroy that which gives us all life. Don't scratch it.
I can't help it.
Kaden, Marley. Yes, Allison.
I think all the animals are asking him to please not let them breathe because they're nervous like us.
Did you guys hear what Allison said? All these animals are whispering to him. They're all asking him not to do what, friends? And they're telling him why too, right? Several anteaters climbed down the K-pop tree with their young clinging to their backs. The unstriped anteater said to the sleeping man, Senor, you are chopping down this tree with no thought for the future. And surely you know that what happens tomorrow depends on what you do today. The big man tells you to chop down a beautiful tree. He does not think of his own children, who tomorrow must live in a world without trees. Friends, sit up.
I'm sitting up. I'm just sitting
A three-toed sloth had begun climbing down the canopy tree when the men first appeared. Only now did he reach the ground. You know why he was taking so long to reach the ground?
Yes,
Because he's slow. Plodding ever so slowly over to the sleeping man, she spoke in her deep, lazy voice. Senor, how much is beauty worth? Can you live without it? If you destroy the beauty of the rainforest, on what would you feast your eyes?
That sloth took a long time, so that might be the end of the book. Because it's so.
Look who's next.
Oh, a little kid.
A child from the Yanomamo tribe who lived in the rainforest knelt over to the sleeping man. There's people who live in this rainforest. He murmured in his ear, Senor, when you wake up, please look upon us all with new eyes. So he's asking him, Juliana and Emery, That doesn't mean you talk. Kaden and Marley, go flip down. The man awoke with a start. Before him stood the rainforest child, and all around him, staring, were the creatures who depended upon the great K-pop tree. What wondrous and rare animals they were. So what happened to the man? Woke up, Zion, turn around. And all the animals who were talking to him are all around him. Even the little boy. What do you think the man's decision is going to be? You think he's going to cut down the tree? Talk to your partners. Tell them what you think. What do you think is going to happen? Brandon, what do you think?
He was sleeping. He didn't hear anything.
Marley, sit down. Talk to Kaden. What about Myron? Did you guys talk to Myron? Three, two, one. Let's come back together. Face forward. Kaden out.
But this is my
Brandon out.
The silly. How many pages left? The dead silly.
Two. Thank you. The man looked about and saw the sun streaming through the canopy. Spots of the bright light glowed like jewels amidst the dark green forest. Strange and beautiful plants seemed to dangle in the air, suspended from the great K-pop tree. The man smelled the fragrant perfume of their flowers. He felt the steamy mist rising from the rainforest, but he heard no sound, for the creatures were strangely silent. The man stood and picked up his axe. He swung back his arms as though to strike the tree. Suddenly, he stopped. He turned and looked at the animals and the child. What do you think he's going to do?
Now chop it down.
He hesitated. Then he dropped the axe and walked out of the rainforest.
You did. We got it right.
The end.
Recess time. Recess time.
Yes, Leah.
On the last page, Matt, but what is that on you said
This?
no, over.
Oh, you have to show me.
No.
Oh, this is from the author. It's a letter from the author.
Did you tell Juliana to sit down?
Yes.
It's in Spanish. Hey, look what I saw. Can you read
Yeah, but I'm just telling you the map.
Yep, you guys want to look at the map?
Hey, didn't see that.